I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 11th day of March. And hey, as expected, we have some intervals of sunshine today. It's warming up. And the big question is, will we have any severe weather issues before cooler air arrives on Saturday? A lot to talk about. Let's get right to it. We'll start with the Skycam network. First off, the view coming from Tuscaloosa, and look at that. The sky mostly sunny, and they are up in the mid-70s over in West Alabama today. Very mild. And the dew points are pretty high. That means the air is getting unstable. And again, I would not be shocked if a couple of blips actually pop up on radar later today, just out of the low-level moisture and the instability. We'll go to the Demopolis Skycam, very similar sky there in Marengo County. Down below that is a very high Tombigbee River, and don't you know that water is going to be rising in coming days with all the water coming down from the Black Warrior and the basin up here. Look at the Auburn Skycam. Severe clear. We see no cloud in the sky on that view. That's the scene there about 1:30 or so this afternoon. Well, there's the big upper low that's to the north of us. The next lobe is rotating through western Texas, and that will likely initiate more convection late tonight. And again, you can see we're in that dry slot, and the storms that we had this morning are well to the east. And as expected, temperatures have indeed warmed up. Those are at 1 o'clock. Tuscaloosa leading the way at 74. Birmingham at 72. Anniston at 70. And, we've got some instability now. Look at that. There's a look at the surface-based capes. And you can see that we've got 1,000 joules over Pickens and Tuscaloosa counties in West Alabama, and also down south around Monroeville and Evergreen. So another little shower popping up late today is very possible. And again, that instability will be in place to some degree for the next round of convection we'll see late tonight and tomorrow, as we'll talk about. There's a tornado watch down over central Florida. Number of tornado warnings down there throughout the midday hours. That watch includes Tampa Bay, Daytona Beach, Orlando, Melbourne, Cape Canaveral, Vero Beach. There's a look at the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. That's the new one just issued. The guys at SPC have pulled the risk a little to the east into the western part of Alabama, and that's for the possibility of what happens late tonight after midnight. This is valid through 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we'll probably see more storms developing early tonight to the west, and we'll have to watch those. This could be a late night in the weather office again. The Day 2 outlook, this is tomorrow, and the risk includes a large part of Alabama and much of Georgia. And again, could be a pretty active day for those areas with the possibility of large hail, maybe a tornado or two in isolated spots. There's our watch warning map. All the red dots up there in Missouri, that's probably one of their tornado drills. That is not anything but a test. We've got the tornado box over Florida. We note a couple of counties down there over tornado warnings, the counties in red dots. And for now, nothing happening around here. There's the QPF chart, rain for the next 5 days. And this is valid from 6 o'clock this morning until 6 o'clock Tuesday morning of next week. And it's got the best rain over East Alabama. And, of course, the stuff we'll see tomorrow will make it rain statewide. But after that, things will be trending drier for the weekend. We'll look at modeling. This is the 12Z GFS, valid at noon tomorrow at 500 millibars. And there's the upper low, and you can see the lobe rotating through here. And at midday, a band of showers and thunderstorms will likely be blowing through. And again, those could pack a punch where they form. Obviously, with a cold air aloft, we'll have the possibility of hail. This is the SREF, the short-range ensemble forecast coming from SPC, valid at noon tomorrow. And this is the surface-based instability, and you can see there's a max of 500 joules between about Roanoke, Alabama, and Valdosta, Georgia. I think the numbers will be higher than that, quite frankly. But certainly there will be some instability involved. There's a look at the supercell index. This is at 1500 Z, and that is 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And the supercell index is maxed out, again, over East Alabama from Anniston down to Alexander City, Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, and near Greenville and Troy. And again, what's going to happen, I think, we'll see some storms over West Alabama early in the day. And as we begin to see the air becoming unstable, they could really blow up over East Alabama tomorrow morning. And there's a look at the tornado parameter, significant tornado parameter, STP. And this is valid at noon, and it's maxed out really over Georgia. Places like Villarica and Atlanta and Douglasville. So as you can see, all modes of severe weather could be possible tomorrow. I wanted to show you the RPM. This is our internal model here. This is valid tomorrow morning at 10:30. And you can see a band of convection, very strong storms there showing up from west of Nashville down to about Decatur and Huntsville, with the activity extending down into East Alabama. So the bottom line is we were thinking really from midnight tonight until 8 o'clock in the morning, we could see some problems beginning in West Alabama, and then through the day, the problems shift over into East Alabama, and that's where that risk of severe weather will be. So we'll keep an eye on things pretty carefully. Here's Saturday. Upper low sitting, again, almost right on top of us. Every run has been a little farther south with this feature. And down below that, these cold cores can be pretty interesting. On a day like Saturday, the sun might be out at times. You'll see a field of cumulus clouds. Now, it's going to be colder at the surface. We'll be in the 50s, but the cold air aloft makes it awfully unstable. And again, there could be a few scattered showers. And even though we don't have thunder and lightning, we could see some hail from those showers because the air up top is very, very cold. Sunday, the whole thing is lifting out. We'll say partly sunny with a high in the low 60s. Monday of next week, there's the next impulse over West Texas. We stay dry Monday. Tuesday, that impulse moves more south and east. So all of that will miss us. We think Tuesday will be dry. Now, Wednesday, here comes some energy off to the west, and there's not a lot of moisture to work with, but that thing on Wednesday might squeeze out a shower or two, and I think we better mention that in the forecast. It's awfully hard to go a week without rain in March. We know that. And then Thursday of next week, a surface low begins to form in response to that off to the east, but that looks dry here. And a week from tomorrow looks dry. Big storm, though, developing out there across the plain states. And out there at the end of the forecast on March the 27th, very cold vortex over Canada. But again, that would keep the cold air north of us. But many of us, including myself, are of the opinion we will have another cold snap or two this month. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.